Okay, it's fine. It should be
We'll just have to
okay.
do a last time
Well,
on.
just yeah, like well, I mean, nobody knows what's happening. So
Yeah.
basically, long story short, welcome back to Eternia. Everyone was previously where they were originally. So Hector was on set and Rose was on set, and all of a sudden the ground starts to shake, and they see a big thing, and then the next thing they know, they've wound up in cages on a ship, and there's some gray goop that magically flies over to them, and they taste it, and it's nutritious, and they're happy and it's fun times, but they're also still trapped in a cage. And they all have gray jumpsuits on. Even like Anastasia has like a little gray jumpsuit, and so does Space.
Well,
And you all have numbers on your back. And again, these cages, like you look at them like, and they're not. They don't look like they're made out of metal. They look like they're made out of some like weird white energy. And it just, I don't know. There's something weird about it. Um,
hmm.
the only characters who are currently awake are Hector, Grace, Anastasia, and Rose. Everyone else is either asleep or unconscious or something else. And Rose just had some of the gray goop, and Grace also just had some of the gray goop, and Anastasia has just had some of the gray goop. There we go. I think we're all caught up.
Yeah, yeah, I think that sums it up pretty well.
Okay, so Hector, now that um, Rose has shouted out that the gray goop is palatable. What does Hector do?
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Okay, so I'm going to jump to be Grace for a second. So
Okay.
Grace is like petting Anastasia, like they're trying to figure out what's happening, and they turn to Luna and they try and wake her up. And I'm going to make a roll for Grace,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to roll two, and I got one success and one failure. So they shake Luna, and nothing appears to happen. She's just still lying there unconscious. Um, they just leave her alone for now, not knowing really what to do next. So Rose, now it is your turn.
Um, so you said the um cages, they're made of energy, right?
Yes.
I wonder if we could use the Pokemon's abilities to kind of break it, or at least damage it a bit.
Okay. So right now, both Space and Antony are both unconscious still in your cell. So if
Alright.
you want to use Space, then you'll have to wake him up.
Okay, I'm gonna try and wake him up.
Okay. So you shake him, and he, like, his lights light, or his eyes light up, and he is awake, and he's like hovering a little bit, and he's a little spazzy. He's kind of like flickering a little bit. Like his screen face is flickering a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like spinning around in circles really fast, like just kind of freaked out.
Okay, I definitely have to calm him down a bit, otherwise he's gonna get a little crazy.
So what do you do to try and calm him down?
Um, well, since he's like shaking, I might as well try and like hug him or something.
Okay. So you reach over and hug him, and he literally like melts into your arms. Like he doesn't really make
Oh,
sounds much, but you can kind of like hear like a little chirpy sound, and he like calms down completely.
that's so cute.
So what would you like to do next?
All right, I'm gonna have a sit. I'm gonna have a sit down with him. I'm gonna be like, hey, buddy. I know we don't have any idea where we are or what exactly we're doing or like anything, but I'm gonna need you to work with me here because I think I have an idea of how we can start moving. So I'm gonna need you to give it all you got and fire at the wall, at the cell wall.
So he like kind of shakes himself off, and he holds up his hand, and he tries to use his abilities, and for some reason they're just not working. that kind of
Oh
sputters from his
no.
hands and nothing happens. And he looks at you with like panic in his eyes, and he's like starting to like slowly rotate again as he's like stressing out about what just occurred.
Oh no, it's okay. I'll have to like hug him again. Just be like, it's okay, buddy. Like, don't worry. Um,
So
and
as
I'll probably, yeah.
no, go ahead.
I said I'd probably call out to Grace because I know she has Anastasia in there to try to see if the same thing is happening in their cell.
Okay,
Like,
so what would you like to yell at to Grace?
I'm like, hey Grace, can you try having Anastasia use her powers real quick on one of the cell walls?
So Grace kind of nods her head and she whispers something to Anastasia, and Anastasia's crystal kind of lights up for a second, and she tries to use some psychic ability, and it just again it fails. Nothing else to it. It just
Mm,
doesn't do anything.
very odd.
So Hector, what would you like to do?
First off, I see that they both have Pokemon. I was like, how come I don't have my Pokemon in my room?
And you don't have Pokemon. How does that make you feel?
I'm utterly devastated.
Can you see if you can fix your mic? You kind of sound like you're talking into a brick wall at the moment.
Interesting.
Interesting.
How about
S
now?
Okay, that's a little better, yes.
Yeah.
So you are offended that you don't have any Pokemon in your cell, and you also have three people in your cell where everybody else has one or two people. So like, come on, what gives?
See, I barely even know these guys. I don't know why I'm in here. Don't know what's going on. But
So just as you're kind of saying that, Max wakes up and he kind of turns to you and he like scratches his eyes and he's like, What's happening? What is going on? What do you
we
trade?
are being, we're gonna be eaten by aliens.
Eaten by aliens? What do you mean? I know that there are mythical Pokemon, but that doesn't equate to aliens, does it? I mean, technically, aren't we aliens at this point?
The, these cages are made out of unknown metals. We've been abducted by aliens who are actually. Why is the Celtics coincidence that we all meet up again? That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting that. I mean, I haven't seen some of these people in years. I mean, is that Andy over there? I can't hardly tell. I don't know. Something seems weird about this. Okay, Rose, what would you like to do?
Okay. After I've calmed that down a little bit, I'm gonna start trying to inspect the cell itself to try to
Okay,
see if there's any weak points or anything I can
so what do you
use.
specifically do?
Probably I'd go like inspecting around the walls because if it's kind of like this photo, there's at least some sort of barring.
Okay, so do you reach out to try and touch the bars?
Um, I feel like that wouldn't be the wisest thing, but I'd at least go up close enough to them
Okay,
for
so
now.
you are getting closer to the bars and you feel it like literally tugging at you, like it's like pulling at yourself and you're kind of like getting drawn towards the bars of the cell.
I
What do you do?
see. I feel like she initially panicked and tried to like scurry back just because like I feel like that would probably not be very good.
Mhm. So you scurry back and you notice that Cosnot is slowly inching closer to the bars as well. And he reaches out his hand to try and touch it, but just before he's able to, it he like jerks his hand back and like kind of looks at it like it's hurt.
Oh no. Are you okay?
So he kind of chirps at you and he kind of nods his head. He's like, "Yeah, I'm okay. We're good." He doesn't actually say that, but you can kind of tell.
Got you. Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna take one for the team, and I'm gonna actually touch it and see how it goes.
Okay, so you reach out to the bars and you try and touch it.
Yeah.
So, as you are trying to touch it, you feel the energy like pulling towards you again, and when you make contact, you get a big zap of electricity through your fingertips, and your hair starts to stand up on end, and the lights in the room kind of flicker for a second, and then they turn back on, and now standing in the middle of the cell area is an unknown figure.
Oh wow.
It's an alien. Please don't eat it.
I feel like my character would probably be hunched over right now in pain.
Yeah. So you touched the bar and it was not a pleasant experience. And your hand is it's not like bleeding or anything, but you see some like zigzaggy dark lines on your hand coming up towards your like from your
Ouch.
fingertips up to your wrist.
Wow.
But then you look at your hand and you see the zigzags, but then you try and touch it and it's like cold. Like it's like kind of you like look into it and it's kind of like sprinkled with like stars almost. Like it's like
Oh
black with
wow.
like little blue and white and yellow little dots all in it.
Interesting.
So as you're kind of looking at that, um, a figure pops up and he starts hovering from the ceiling from two wires that are attached to his head, and he comes over to your cell and he starts beeping at you, trying to figure out if what's happening.
Um, oh no. I probably don't trust that thing. I'll probably just keep close to Cosnot.
So
And just
Cos
like keep them huddled.
so Cosnaut at this point is staring at this figure and reaches out his hand to try and touch this figure, and they make connection, and Cosnot just disappears.
Oh no! Oh no! Where'd he go?
So, Hector, what are you thinking as you see this?
Yeah, I just saw Cosnot just vanish. So actually, you know what? Vector would scream.
He would
That's
scream.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so would Rose.
you both open your mouths and you scream, and you see that this figure has now copied himself. So now there are two robots, and they are both looking at you guys, both on either side, and trying to figure out what's happening. They're both connected via the same wires, but they're just like over like they're double helixes and they're like intertwined with each other, and it's like they're all coming from the same initial cord, and so yeah.
Oh no, this is not good. My character Rose would probably be panicking right now. She just saw a cause not vanish like Spider-Man did in like Endgame.
So you're freaking out, and at this point, after hearing the screams, Antony and Abigail have both woken up, and they are like Antony is looking at you, trying to figure out what is happening. He just woke up from like just exploring the galaxy until now he's stuck in this cage, and he is pretty stressed out, all things considered. He's looking at you, he's looking at the robot, he doesn't know what's happening, and then he also reaches out his he didn't see Cosnot, so he also reaches out to the robot, and he also
Anthony,
disappears.
no! Oh
So
no!
now you are in a cage by yourself, and Abigail at this point has now screamed as well. And so the robot again copies himself and goes over to Abigail, and she also disappears.
Abigail, no!
So
Everyone's
Hector,
dying.
what do you do? You have a robot like kind of hovering next to your cage, like staring at you as you like right after you screamed, and he's like kind of cocking his head a little bit, and he's trying to figure out what's wrong. What do you do?
I come. I'm in shock. I'm in fear right now. So I'm huddled in the corner.
You're huddled in the corner. Okay. Max decides to like reach out his hand, and he also gets poofed. And
Scream again.
as you scream again, and he takes ace.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Everyone's disappearing right before our eyes.
So at this point, the robot is now merged as two together and is now just two different robots. One is staring at Rose, and the other is making its way down to Grace and Anastasia. And he poofs Luna. And then he makes
I'm,
his way over and he poofs both Harvey and Anthony as well.
I'm gonna shout over to like Grace and Anastasia, like, don't get near that thing.
So as you're shouting, the robot reaches out and he grabs your hand, and you are gone.
Oh no.
So now the second robot is now merging back to the first robot, and they are both next to Grace and Anastasia. Hector, what do you do?
The moment. I'm too shocked.
You're too shocked. You're silent.
Mm.
You can't do anything. So you're just shell shocked there, and Rose finds herself in another section of just some weird alien looking spaceship, and she is standing there with one of these robots, and he like cocks his head at you, and his screen on his face lights up, and he smiles and he says, "Are you ready to proceed?
Proceed? What do you mean proceed? Proceed to what?
Are you ready to proceed?
Where did everyone go? Where'd you take them?
Are you ready to proceed?"
She stares at them for a moment, just in disbelief.
So the
And she oh sorry.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna let you go first.
The robot blinks his eyes a couple times, and he switches his face to be that of anger, and he almost shouts at you, "Do you proceed?"
Yes, I proceed.
So he grabs your hand and you're gone again.
Wow, that was dark.
So now back to Hector. The robot has come over to you and he has opened up your cage, and then he disappears.
Uh, uh, huh? He disappears. So I'm just here.
So you are currently in a room. What do you do? You are able to leave the cage if you would wish.
Slowly peek my head out and see if the robot is like hiding somewhere or doing something like that.
So yeah, you poke your head out of the cell and you kind of look to your left and look to your right, and you don't see anything other than the cage directly in front of you with Grace and Anastasia inside.
Okay, so what I did from what I can see around me, I see them, but do I see the Pokeballs?
Not where you are.
No. Okay. So I run to Grace's cage.
So as you're making your way across the gap in between their two cages, Bolt comes back. Oh, not Bolt. Uh, this guy comes back. Who is Bolt? But you don't know that yet. If I can copy
The
him, there we go.
creature comes
The
back.
creature. So the robot comes back and he is just kind of hovering again in the middle of the space and he's not moving, not doing anything. He's just kind of sitting there. So you
Breathe.
have come
I like
out and you
stop
are
moving.
here. Yeah, you've stopped moving at this point and you are in each other's line of sight.
I'm gonna cough to be like, hey, Mr. Robot Guy. Uh, so I was just out here, stretching my legs, and I I think, hmm, yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna step back into my cell. Yeah.
So you walk back into your cell and Bolt comes over and he locks the hatch back up and he goes over to the one with Grace and he opens up hers. And then he goes back to the middle and goes back inside of wherever he came from. So Grace decides to walk out of the cell and Anastasia is following her. And they are both in the open. And Anastasia starts trying to figure out what's happening. And she comes across where Rose was once and she starts to whine, trying to figure out what just happened. Grace comes over to you and is trying to figure out how to open up the cage. And when she does, she figures out how to open the cage. She undoes the latch, but then immediately, once your door is unlocked, she disappears. So
It's
your
all over now.
so your cage is unlocked, and you are out there. Like, what would you like to do?
So all my friends are now gone.
So
Hmm.
all of the people that are Pokemon trainers with you are all gone, yes. But there are two more cages that you haven't looked in, and there is one more cage with Nora in it, but you don't know that yet.
I'm gonna peek my head out one more time. I'm gonna look around.
So you come out of your cage and you peek around, and you don't see anything.
Hey, do I at least see I don't see like the mysterious cages, other cages.
So no, it's just the one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. It's just the seven cages that are in the room with you.
Okay. I'm gonna walk around to get more, to see more.
Okay, so you are walking around and you make it to the middle. What do you do now that you're in the middle of the room? At this point, you do see the Pokeballs, you do see Anastasia, and you see some weird, like, quivering mass in the top cage, and that's basically all you see at the moment.
So okay. I
Jadyn, what
rush
does.
over to Anastasia.
Okay, so you go over to Anastasia. Jadyn, what does Anastasia do?
I feel like still being quite sad over her owner not being there, she'd be able to notice the cage like literally right beside her. with the
Yeah,
questionable.
she came over to that cage because she could smell Rose.
Yeah.
So what is her next step?
She get the attention of like Hector to be like, look up, look up at the cage.
So Anastasia puts her paw like on Hector's leg. What does Hector do?
You're all that I have left.
Oh,
You- You're mine now.
You're
Whether you
mine
like it or
now.
not.
So
you're the co-parent of Anastasia now.
she kind of cocks her head at you and then like wags her tail a little bit. She seems at ease from what you just said.
Like you're safe now. Or something like that.
So as you're saying that, um, whatever or whoever is in the top cage kind of looks at you and says, "Hey, hey, can you help me?"
There's another?
Yeah.
Don't eat me.
They look at you and they're like, "Please, please, can you help me? I need help."
Oh, okay. I walk a bit closer to see what I'm looking at.
So you walk over and you see a young boy sitting in the middle of this cage, and he seems frightened. He doesn't know exactly what's happening, but he does know that he's not supposed to be here. Hold on, I'm trying to get his picture really quick. 1 second. Okay. Doop doop. Did that work? Nope. There we go. Okay. So this boy is also in the same gray jumper as you, but he is now the one in the cage. So what do you do now that you see this boy?
Okay. Um, I'm gonna just that I've seen him. I've seen that he's a human, not an alien. I'm gonna try and release him.
So you reach up and you try and undo the latch, but you unfortunately disappear. And he is let out. So the boy walks out and he looks at Anastasia, but quickly walks over to this other cage and he tries to open it as well. Once he touches the lock again, he disappears, but he is unable to undo the latch. So what does Anastasia do, Jadyn?
Oh no, this is not looking good. Anastasia's cooked. Um, I feel like just because Nora's is the well, actually, I feel like she definitely go over to where her attention was drawn, and that was the cage where the boy disappeared. So she'd walk over to where the mysterious person is and inspect it.
So she walks over to where the boy was and kind of sniffs it around a little bit. She doesn't really notice anything there, so she decides to make her way over to the other cage. Doop, doop, doop. And she notices that a small foal is laying there, and she hasn't ever seen anything like this before. It has a horn and it's cute and tiny and white and it's got stars all over its butt. What does Anastasia do?
Hmm. Well, she knows that she probably wouldn't be able to reach it because she has, like, even if she did, she doesn't have really hands to open it
Oh,
herself.
the cage is unlocked and open.
Oh, it is. Okay. So I feel like she tried to like least go closer and try to talk with it.
So she
Just to
walks
say, like, yeah.
so she walks over to this little thing, and the foal stands up and with wobbly legs walks over to Anastasia, and then he walks out of the cage and is into the middle of the like area, and he starts to get the zoomies, and he runs around and around and around the middle, just stretching his legs as he feels like he hasn't been able to move in a while.
Oh wow.
So
Uh,
as this is happening, um, Nora has woken up and she can see out of her cell and she can see kind of what's happening, and she walks over and she tries to open the latch, but instead of poofing she is actually able to open the door and she walks out, and
how
she
odd.
walks out into the middle and notices the pokeballs immediately and goes and she grabs all six of them.
How interesting.
So what does Anastasia do?
I feel like once she notices the other human is there, um, she might hesitantly walk over just to see who they are,
So
what their
she
whole deal is.
she walks over to Nora and she kind of looks at Nora, and Nora looks it down at her, and Nora reaches out to pat her head, but then Nora disappears.
Oh no. Okay. Um, I feel like Anastasia would probably go back over to that little baby Pokemon just to try to keep close, keep together. Because obviously the baby Pokemon is not suited for the type of dark tone this is.
So both Anastasia walks over to the little foal, and then they both disappear.
Mm, cuts to black.
Cuts to black. So you have both um, both Hector and Rose have woken up, and you are in a cell of some sort. Um, or not a cell. You're in an open room, kind of similar to the one that you were just in, but the cages aren't there. Um, and you are in the same like area with each other now. And in front of you is the same robot that there was before. And he looks at Hector and he says, "Do you proceed?"
No. What are you trying to do with us? What is going on here?
So
You don't want to go against that.
the
You
moment
you
that you
don't.
say no, you feel like a shock through your entire body, and it's the same sort of thing that happened to Rose. Your body is now covered in like little black patches, like black stripes, basically that are covered in these little dots. And after a few seconds, they disappear. But it's like the most excruciating pain that you've ever been in for a split second.
I'll definitely run over, just like in panic, just like help him up a bit. Be like, oh my god, are you okay?
So in doing so, um, there is uh, a smile that is brought to the robot's face, and he then lets everyone come back. So now you are all standing in a semicircle, kind of around where everyone was. Ace is there, Luna is there, Harvey and Anastasia are there, except I don't know where Anastasia went. Hold on, give me a moment. Do 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 do. Boop boop boop.
I'll definitely have to redesign her soon. Or just like redraw
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Ace. Harvey. I don't know why I poofed these all. Andy. And Nora. So you see that Ace, Andy, Harvey, and Luna are they're in the same room as you, but they are still on the ground. Um, Ace or Space is there, the Cosmonaut, and he seems at peace for a moment, but then he quickly notices Ace and flies over to Ace. So um, what does Hector do?
Um, I don't know. He right now is just. I think so. This whenever he gets shot. Well, he said it was excruciating pain.
Yes, but it was only for a moment, and then it was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Hector believes he should stay quiet now.
Okay. So what does Rose do now that she sees that all of her friends are out? That Anastasia is out. Oh, I forgot. The little thingy is out too. That you
Yeah.
still don't know what it is. Hold on, let me get her. Doink, 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 doink. There we go. Oh, and the boy is there as well. Hold on, let me get him. Do 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 do
Hmm.
do. I've got too many characters. Okay, doink, doink. And the boy is kind of like sitting on the floor, kind of off on his own. Okay, now you may proceed.
Okay. I I think I was last turn I was helping Hector up a little bit, so I'm still kind of holding on to him because I think he probably isn't the best at the best point to be standing up on his own. But I'd also turn over to the robot, just in panic or like fear, I guess, and just ask, "What do you even want from us? Why are we here?"
He looks at you and he says, "Hello, I am Bolt, the Bionic Observation Technology, Learning Technology, and I'm here to figure out who are you and what are you doing and what do you want and why are you so inferior?"
Fear. I don't understand. What do you mean? We're just like research subjects to you?
You, number 336, are just another pawn to me, for you are just squishy and unneeded in this universe. But why are you here? There must be a reason. I am here to learn that reason, and I'm here to learn from you.
Reason? None of us remember why we're on this ship.
Ah, so you have figured out that you are on a ship. Very wise. However, this is for a reason. You are here to as a test. So, do you wish to proceed?
I feel like she'd like look around just to see the faces of everyone. And then look back at Hector, who originally, when he said no, he got severely hurt. And then she'd begrudgingly have to say yes.
Very well. You will be the first to leave. However, it's not your time yet. First, you have much more learning to do. Then he disappears. So, what do you and Hector do?
Way.
We gotta get out of here. This
Are
guy.
are you good to walk on your own?
Oh, and then I realized that she was helping me, so I pushed her away. It's like, yeah, I'm good with the car.
Trying to man up.
So, as you're trying to do that, Grace runs over and she gives Rose a hug and she says, "I'm so sorry. I froze up. I didn't know what to do. I don't know what's happening. I."
Grace. It's fine. It's fine.
No, it's not.
None
We've
of us need.
we've been captured, and that thing he was talking about proceeding, and you will be the first to leave. You're clearly going to die.
Listen, like he didn't say that, but I mean, if it had to be anyone first, just let's just try to inspect this place or something. Just there must be a way out of here. They can't just be impossible to break.
So, as you guys are in the middle kind of talking, Space the Cosmonaut kind of comes over to you and he's freaking out. He's spinning, he's chirping, he's gibbering, his eyes are flashing. He is stressed out to the nine and he literally grabs Rose's hand and pulls Rose over to where Ace is.
Whoa, why are you pulling me over here?
So you see that Ace is on the ground and he doesn't appear to be breathing.
Guys?
You then look at the other two people that are next to you. Harvey also appears to not be breathing, and neither does Andy. Max is sitting on the floor. He hasn't said anything, but he's sobbing.
Grace, Hector,
So Grace walks over and she kind of looks at them and like starts getting tears in her eyes and she doesn't understand what just happened. What's wrong with them? Why aren't they waking up?
I don't know. They were fine before, weren't they? Weren't they
I
breathing in the cells?
I don't know. I was with Luna. Have you seen Luna? Where is Luna? So
She's
then Anastasia walks over to Rose and puts her paw up on Rose's knee. What do you do?
I asked her like, what is it?
She like bounces down and she like walks around in circles trying to get you to follow her.
Okay, so yeah, I get up and follow her immediately.
So you walk over and you find that Luna is also on the floor and she also appears to not be breathing.
Okay, I feel like Rose is definitely gonna start like panicking now. Just thinking like this can't be real. This can't.
So
Just like full on breakdown.
as you start doing that, right before your eyes, Harvey literally like combusts and turns into like ash and she's just gone.
Oh my!
Wow.
What?
Oh wow.
At this, Grace literally screams and starts freaking out, not knowing what just happened. And as that happens, Andy also turns and he also poofs. And at this, Space starts to freak out, terrified that the same thing is going to happen to Ace, and he holds on to Ace's seemingly dead body, and he's holding on to his hands, trying, hoping, wishing that Ace doesn't disappear, but unfortunately it's not enough, and Ace also combusts and is gone.
Oh no. Okay. Um she realizes the pattern and then she turns to Luna and then she starts freaking out, be like, no, 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 don't. Don't.
So as you're freaking out, Luna opens her eyes and she says, "I'm sorry." And she reaches out from her shirt and pulls out the chain that she was always wearing with the little silver ring on it. And with her last dying breath, she hands it up to Rose.
She's just pleading for her not to go. And then
So
yeah.
as you're pleading, as whatever, Luna drops the necklace and she then combusts and is gone. The silver ring bounces on the floor a few times and it just lays on the ground.
Okay. Rose picks it up in her hands and then she looks over to the space where Luna's body once rested at. And then she just falls to her knees, just absolutely in despair.
So as that's happening, the young boy walks over to you and he places his hand on your shoulder and he said, "It's okay. This isn't the first time I've seen this happen. I bet they'll all be okay. They're always okay. I'm Lucen, by the way. I don't think I ever introduced myself."
Rose, but I don't understand. What do you mean? She just combusted into flames. They're gone.
You think that, but they almost always come back. Just not always in the same way as when we left them. And as he's saying that, the robot comes back down, bolts, and he picks up the child, and they both disappear again.
My goodness, this session is very dark.
I know. We just had all our friends die.
Yeah, we don't. We had our friends die. We don't know where our Pokemon are.
Your Pokemon,
Yeah.
Nora says, and then she empties out her jumpsuit pockets, and all six of the Pokeballs fall on the ground.
Oh, by the way, is this our first time? My first time meeting Nora?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think this is everyone's first time meeting her.
No, it's not.
No?
I don't think so. She was with you guys, wasn't she? She's
I don't think.
she's the space pirate queen. She's the one who was in the brawl and like speared a guy.
Oh, right. Sorry. I got her mixed up with someone else.
This guy, this gal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hector looks her direction. Just his eyes like almost pop out of his head. So sad.
Here, I'm gonna replace her with her actual picture. There you go. So she drops the six Pokeballs on the ground, and yeah. What do you guys do?
Hector, do you want to go first?
Uh, I can try opening one.
So you pick up the Pokeball and it kind of rattles in your hand for a second, but then you notice that it's actually your Pokemon, Hector. It's your Piperina.
Oh my goodness! I was like,
So he is now.
I yell, "Snake!" and I embrace him.
So he he kind of coils around you as well. Not hard enough to like hurt, but he's just saying hi. So
My
then
goodness.
Grace walks over and she also grabs a Pokeball and it kind of rattles in her hand as well. And it becomes her Clip Clop.
Yeah, Clip Flop's alive.
Oh my. You draw that one yourself as well?
No, I did not. This is from the internet.
Oh.
And she like starts sobbing and like holds on to him, just thankful for one thing to be like a constant in her life. Okay, who's next?
I'll go. I'll try opening one.
So you reach out and you try and open one, and it is actually Luna's Pokemon. It's her Monstera.
Oh no! Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks at you, not really fully comprehending what is happening. He's like, "Where am I?" Like he's probably the most sentient of the Pokemon that are out at the moment, other than maybe Space. And so he kind of sees what's happening, and I mean he's a big cat, so he has a really good sense of smell, and he can smell uh, Luna, and
Oh,
he
that.
starts to like growl and like hiss kind of, and then he starts like chirping like a little kitten, and he's like looking around frantically trying to figure out what's happening.
Oh, that's hurt. That hurts. Oh.
Okay, what next?
Hmm. Hector, your turn. I think.
I think we're too busy embracing our Pokemon after what we witnessed, what we've been
True.
through. So
I think Rose might actually start breaking down more just seeing Luna's Pokemon after what she saw.
So as you're kind of like hugging on him or breaking down or whatever, he kind of starts sniffing and he is trying to figure out like what like you're trying to figure out what he's sniffing for, and he sticks his nose right into your pocket where Luna's ring is.
it makes it
Um,
even worse.
uh, yeah. She pulls it out and then she says, I'm sorry.
He starts to purr as he sees the ring, and he kind of looks at you like, okay, so her necklace is here. That means she has to be close, right?
How do I explain this? She's not here.
His
She,
eyes kind of like go down a little bit, like he's questioning what you said, and then he lays down.
oh, poor kitty. But she starts petting them and just like apologizing profusely.
Okay. So as you're doing that, um, Abigail walks over to one of the Pokeballs, and she's been quiet up to this point. You haven't hardly even heard her speak a single word. Um, she's just kind of in awe, and she touches the Pokeball, and it comes to life with a Corphe.
Oh, the art is so cute.
Thanks. If I can get him to work right. So there's one Pokeball
the
left.
gift,
What is it?
the gift in the general chat. It's the Spider-Man disappearing thing from the
No!
movie. It's brilliant, but also
Ah! Okay, so there's one Pokeball left. What do you do?
Uh,
Uh, guess I can try and open it.
So you reach out and you try and open the last Pokeball, and you notice that it is actually a Hisier.
oh wow. Wait, is that Andy's? Because I know Andy had a hissier. He died.
So as this is all kind of going on, you notice that the little horse has kind of gotten up and is like wandering around, and she ended up making her way over to Clip Clop, and she's buddying up next to Clip Clop, and she looks
Oh, that's sweet.
tiny compared to him, like so small.
Oh boy, that yeah, that is very tiny.
Okay, so who wants to go next?
Um. Okay, I feel like she'll eventually like settle down enough to like get up and start walking around the perimeters of this place, just look around just to see more detail of the
So
place.
as you were walking around, you and um, you start to feel the ground start to shake again, and you're like, oh no, what's about to happen? And then you and Hector are both gone.
Oh no!
Um, so you end up do 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 do. Okay, this one and this one. Okay. Doop doop doop.
What's Corafay? Well, what was she doing here? Or it? What was it doing here?
It is the Pokemon that Nurse Joy got out of the Pokeball. Okay,
Was she with
so
us?
no, Nurse Joy is not currently with you. It is currently just not Max, Hector. It is currently just Hector, Grace, and Rose and Bolt. You are all in the room, and the little baby horse, Corafay, Space, the Pepperina, the Hissier, Clip Clop, Anastasia, and the Monstera are all in the same room. And you are also given 8 Pokeballs, each one corresponding with, or sorry, excuse me, 7 Pokeballs. So Bolt hands both of you 2, and then he sets the last one on the ground. So he's kind of letting you do what you would like. So he turns to you and says, "So, for my next task, you will be doing something for me. And in order to do this, I have to see how good you are at in battle. Therefore, each of you are going to be given at least 2 Pokemon, and you will be doing, let's just say, a competition. Each of you get to pick 2, and then whoever goes last gets the last Pokeball. So, who wants to go first?"
Hmm.
So Grace kind of looks at Bolt and she says, I would like Clip Clop, please. And he says, what is a Clip Clop? And Grace says, it's the Mudsdale. Granted, you will have the Mudsdale.
Oh. Oh, we have to pick from us and our friends' Pokemon?
So, who goes next?
Um,
I'm gonna take back my. I'm gonna get my snake.
Granted, you shall have the Pepperina.
I'm gonna get my
It's
Anastasia
not
back.
Vapri. It's
No,
Snake. His name is Snake.
silence. You will get the Pepperina. You are
Oh, yeah.
granted the Espeon. Um, I guess I'll take the Corfe, Grace says. Granted, you shall have Corfe. Now it is Hector's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna save the other snake.
A snake team.
Granted,
I respect it.
you shall have Hesir. That leaves 336. You shall have the Cosmonaut and the Monstera. Congratulations. How will you proceed?
Wait,
Oh no.
what happens to them? The Unchosen, the horse.
So he then looks at the horse and he says, "This isn't a Pokemon." And then
What?
he picks her up and he takes her.
Oh no. Where'd you take them?
And
They aren't part of this task, therefore they are unneeded at the moment. All that matters is you three and your Pokemon. Are you ready to proceed?
I guess we don't have a choice.
Very well. So, then Bolt takes you both and he grabs your hand and he basically teleports you, and you end up standing on hard, solid ground. And the smell of salt water fills your nostrils, and you uh, have to shield your eyes from the glaring sun as you come to. Hector, what do you notice first? So, would you like to? I'll have you do a perception check. So, you will roll one success. So, you open your eyes and you notice that you are standing on a a beach, um, with soft sand underneath your shoes, and your gray jumpsuit that you are still wearing is actually doing a great job protecting your skin from the sun. Um, what would you like to do first?
fall to my knees
You fall to your
because we.
So as you fall
I,
to your knees, the sand gets into your fingertips, and you can feel every single grain of sand, and it reminds you of all the people that you have unfortunately just lost.
oh yeah, it's like like the ash. Oh no.
Oh no. Um, I'll be brave enough to ask of the robot. It's like, so is this our fighting grounds? Is this what it is?
So, welcome. You have made it. This isn't a fighting ground, as to say. This is your next task. So, I'll help you out first. He reaches over and he touches Hector's head, and Hector all of a sudden feels uh like a wash of peace go over him, and he forgets the last 2 or 3 hours of what just happened. He then goes over to Grace and puts his hand on her head. Same thing happens, and then he does the same thing to Rose, places his hand on Rose's
Oh
head,
no.
and the last 3 hours have disappeared from your memory. And you are just standing on some island, and you just see this weird robot standing in front of you. What do you do?
She look around, confused, not remembering anything about where they were, why they were here.
Um, so as you're looking around, Bolt turns to you guys and says, "Hello, I am the Bionic Observation Learning Technology, and I've come to help you."
Nope.
"Yes, for you have come to a new land, and I must assist you. How would you like to proceed?"
She turns to the others.
So as you're looking at Grace, she's all giddy and happy and excited. She has a big smile on her face as she looks at Bolt and says, "Oh, hi, sir. Well, I don't know where we are, and I don't know what's happening. So can you point me to the right direction?" And she makes finger guns towards Bolt. And Bolt kind of like cocks his head a little bit and notices that she's not doing anything like dangerous, but she's still confused, or Bolt's still confused. And so they Bolt just kind of smiles with his screen, and they end up um, kind of just looking at each other for a second. And Bolt shakes his head and says, "Well, you see, you are on an island, and you have Pokemon, and it is your goal to get all 3 badges." And Grace is like, "3 badges? There are 8 badges. Gaia, Hef, Hodor, Set, Kakit, Dolus, Fanes, Afros. What do you mean 3?" And Bolt says, "This is a new experience." He almost says experiment, but he catches himself. And he says, "This is to test if you truly are the best Pokemon trainers that you can be. How do you wish to proceed?" And
Um,
she's like, "I'm ready. Let's do this." And he then turns to Hector and he kind of grins at Hector and says, "How do you wish to proceed?"
Hmm. I've got some issues. Why we were weren't we just on set, and how did we get here?
Ah, see, that is a very good question. For you have been chosen as our first contestants. You will be placed on this island and you will have 6 days to get all 3 badges. And if you succeed, then I will give you something in return. And if you fail, then, well, we haven't seen anybody fail yet.
And I like perk up. It's like, ooh, what kind of reward are we talking about?
If you win, I shall give you, let's say, I'll give you a spaceship. How does that sound?
I'm not buying it.
I will make it worth your while. I promise you this.
I
I
turn
don't.
to Grace. Oh, sorry.
I don't know. I think you can give me a little bit more. He rubs his fingers together
Uh,
like the
Of course.
true.
the true Hodarian he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, how Hodarian, yeah.
Um, Very well. If you win, I will give you a spaceship, and I will give you 1,000,000 Poké Dollars. How does that sound?
I mean, like, come on, he could do a little better.
I will let you have your life if you win. How does that sound? His face is kind of like glitching out a little bit like TV static. As he's saying this, like you can tell that he's kind of ticked off. He's like, I'm doing this for a better reason. I can just stick through this one last person. And then
Yeah,
I kind of,
okay.
I kind of just like nudge him a little bit, like you might want to accept this, dude. I'm kind of tweaking out.
so Grace like chimes up and she said, I accept your request. And she sticks out her hand and Bolt shakes it. And then she's like, okay, I'm ready for you guys.
Okay. Rose will hesitantly accept next.
So Rose also shakes Bolt's hand and Bolt smiles as Rose does. And you?
I shake his hand.
He smiles graciously as you accept his handshake, and he says, very nice. He then sets down three backpacks in front of you. You're still in the gray jumpsuits, by the way. And he shows you that you have a canteen of water in each of the backpacks. You have some little bars of food in each of the backpacks. You also have one fire starter in one of the backpacks. You have um, one, like, 60, 60 feet of rope in one of the backpacks, and then you also have a like a saucepan in the third backpack. And bedrolls are attached to each one of the backpacks on the bottom.
How strange.
So he then turns to you guys and says, "Who would like each backpack?"
Hmm.
Mm,
Hmm.
I'll pick up the biggest looking one. The fanciest, I would say, actually.
So all of the backpacks look the same. The only difference is what's in it. So do you take the one with the 60 feet of rope, the fire starter, or the cooking pot?
I'll take the one with the fire starter.
Perfect.
Take the one with the rope.
Hector takes the one with the rope, and Grace grabs the one with the cooking pot. Okay, so then Bolt turns to you and he says, very well. Your first task is to defeat this first gym, and then your next task is to get to the next island. Are you ready to proceed?
I guess.
Very well. I will see you all later. And then he disappears. And you are all three standing on an island that stretches for a very long time in the northwest direction. And then directly south of you, it's just water. Um, to the east of you, it's just water. And to the west of you, it's just water. And then north, you look north, and you see some like little tiny islands kind of scattered around, but it's nothing super important looking.
Okay. So, how should we start? Should we just walk up and go to there? Should
So
we prepare or
as you are kind of standing there, all of a sudden you see a figure walking up towards you, and you see a um, a horse-shaped Pokemon coming up with it, and they walk up towards you, and you notice that it is Gotta find the picture. Hold on. It is. Where is she? There she is. It is this chick. So
Mm.
she's walking up to you, and she is walking with this horse. And she finally gets to you, and she turns and says, "Hello, adventurers. I see that you're in a bit of a pickle. Do you need some assistance?"
Uh,
She's British.
She is British. So Grace like starts bouncing up and down and's like, "Hi, hello, nice to meet you. My name is Grace." And the girl turns and says, "Whoa there. My name is Bay. But yeah, I don't do hyper. So can you chill out just a little bit, darling?" She then looks.
You need to come over here with me. I
no.
Excuse me, I'm not for that sort of flattery, but I appreciate the offer. I was trying to help you get to wherever you're going. Is there some place in particular that you're trying to go?
Yes. My apologies for those two. Do you know if there's a gym nearby? We were told there was one, but we weren't really given directions.
Where are you from, darling? You seem oddly familiar.
Do I?
Yeah, I don't know. It's something about your face. It just, I don't know. I feel like I've seen it on TV or something. I don't know. It could just be my imagination. But anyway, I am personally from Hoda, and me and Sprinkle are just headed off to the first gym anyway. If you would like to join.
Yes, that would be very useful for all of us.
Okay. Do all of you guys have mounts, or do you need help? And then Grace is like, "I have a mount," and she pulls out her Pokeball, and it's Clip Clop, and she releases Clip Clop, and she then takes out her other Pokeball and says, "Oh, I also have a Corafei."
Yeah. She has a mount, but me and this guy, we don't really have Pokemon that are really suited for that. I'm afraid.
Oh, I see, I understand. Okay, well, don't you worry. I will provide you both with something to ride. I will give you both a Pack. Do you know what that is? You have to. I mean, everybody knows what a Pack is. Um, I will
Yes.
I will both give you a Pack. Give me one moment as I copy in your new buddies. So she throws out a Pokeball, and inside of one is the brown Dolus Stage Pack, and in the other is the Dark Bay Hodarian Pack.
They sure are pretty.
Aren't they? I adore them. I don't know, I love them very much. Hold on, I'm actually going to move these to a different slide. Give me one moment. Because there's too much going on in this slide.
Yeah, don't worry, take your time.
So, which one of you would like which Pack?
Um, Hector, do you want first pick? Hector?
I believe that you
I like
Hector.
the black one.
Okay, sounds
Black and
like a
red
plan.
one. It looks cool.
So she then hands you the Pokeball that has the Pack with it, and that means that you get the brown one, right? So she
Yes.
hands you both the Pokeballs, and she then gets ready to lead you guys to where you need to be. Doop, doop, doop.
All right.
So, you all three are headed off to, or all four of you are headed back to the Afros gym. It's not actually Afros, but that's just what it's called here.
Yeah.
Um,
So, how long have you been here?
how long have I been here? Let me think. Um, I don't know. It's been a while. I ended up getting lost a while back, and I never quite figured out how to get back home. I'm not from here, obviously. I'm from Hoda, but I can't figure out how to get back home. I mean, I know that this is Afros and there's Gaia and Hephaestus here as well, but for some reason I can't figure out where I need to go to get to Hoda.
I see.
Anyway, it's not important. Um, your gym is right up here. Miss Brooklyn will be able to help you. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'm just a call away. She then hands Rose her phone number.
Thank you.
My pleasure. I will talk to you all later. If you ever need anything, just don't be afraid to give me a call. Until then, I'll talk to you all later. And then she walks off.
Wait, so we get her number?
Rose gets her number.
Yeah, I get her number.
Hey, Rose. Mona, could I see your phone real quick? I just want to look at the date.
Um, it's the 15th.
Yes, yes, this of course. Thank you, Rose.
You're welcome.
So you all are dropped off right in front of this huge monument. It's like so pristine and beautiful, and it is made of this stone that's like shining and shimmering, and it's like morphing in between being green to being blue to like hues of purple, and it's just incredible to look at. um, there are several people walking around it, but there's not really anybody that you recognize.
How odd.
How do we
Hmm.
proceed?
I guess we'd have to ask someone around for, like,
So you walk up, and there is a woman standing in front of you, and she is, for some unknown reason to you, she is wearing a space suit. I don't have a better picture than this, but she has long blonde hair and is wearing this, um, like I said, this spacesuit. And she looks at you as you guys approach.
hello.
Hello, may I help you?
Yeah, we were here to fight a gym.
Oh, are you here for the Afros gym?
Yes, that one.
Oh, absolutely. We're happy to help you. So if you'll just follow me, we can head up to the monument now.
Right, of course.
So she leads you up to the stairs, and she takes you over to the door, and she says, "Well, this is it. Also, I don't think I introduced myself. My name is Celeste. It's nice to meet you." And then
Right.
she walks away, and you're in front of a large wooden door.
Okay. So, do you guys think we're ready for this?
I think I'm ready, Grace says, like
There's
super
no way.
excited. We got
Right.
this. I think we're
Right.
so ready. I don't think we're gonna have any problems with this at all. right? It's the first gym. It can't be that hard, right?
Right. Right. Let's just go in.
So you all walk inside, and you see that it's a large open field, and you see Brooklyn standing in the middle, and she has Lumini and a Oka something Oka something. I can't ever say this one right. Okalajon, Okalagon, something along those lines. Um, and she's smiling down at you, but something seems a little bit off. Um, can I have both of you do a perception check?
Of course.
So I will
Right.
roll for Rose.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary. You're like, oh, maybe she's just had a bad day. That's it. And then Hector,
Yeah.
I will roll for you. Hector, you have one success, and you look at her and you're like, something's not right. Even though you've never met this woman before, there's like something weirdly plasticky about her.
Something's afoot.
So how do you guys proceed?
Let's see. I say to what, Grace or Rose?
They are both
Well, I
for
guess
you.
both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's checking me out.
What? I beg your pardon?
Yeah, look up there. She hasn't taken her eyes off me once. And matter of fact, she
I
hasn't even blinked.
wait, blinked? What do you mean she's not blinking?
Yeah, look at her.
Uh, uh, oh, is that normal?
Must be the. m- m- She must be the environment or the this planet. You don't need to blink as much. Anyways, don't worry about it. I think it's fine.
Uh,
Famous last words.
well, do we walk up to her, or do we not? I mean, is she okay? I mean, if she's not blinking, something must be a little wrong.
I walk up to her. I say, relax. And I walk up to her.
So as you are walking up to her, she smiles at you. She's still not blinking. She's not doing anything like that you would recognize, and or like notice is quote unquote right. Um, she kind of like looks at you a little bit and she says, "Oh, hi. How's it going? Are you ready for our Pokemon battle?"
Why, yes. And just so you know, my Pokemon here are gonna wipe the floor with this gym.
Oh, you are you? Let's see about that. So Hector, you want to go first?
Of course. I want to miss it. Mm, I'm,
Okay, hold on. Let me get all your Pokemon on here really quick because I didn't get it to work. So we can do our battle.
all right.
Okay, so you are going up against Brooklyn. You are doing a gym battle. You are Hector. You are going against Brooklyn. So she says, "Hi, are you ready for a quick battle?" And then you send out your snake, a level 35 Piperina, and Brooklyn sends out her little pink and blue guy, and he's level 43. It's your turn. What will your snake do? You have the ability to attack, switch Pokemon, use item, or run.
43.
Hold on. So
Here, I'll also send you. Let me see if I can share. Except this may break it. Stop. Stop. Share. Save. Okay, hold on. Save. Uh, okay, this is what I'm using right now. So, gym battle with Hector against Brooklyn. Okay, what would you like to do?
I gotta. Oh my goodness! I gotta get rid of all the. Um. Ooh. I would like to coil.
Okay, so attack, coil. So, it's super effective. Your snake's attack rose by 6 points, and his defense rose by 6 points. Coil dealt 6 damage. The Lemoni's Pokemon or HP is now 111. It then used Moonblast, but it's not very effective. And then Snake's special attack fell by 7 points. It dealt 24 damage, and now Snake's HP is now 66. So now it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I coil again.
One. One. Uh, again, the so now Snake's HP is 44.
Okay, I've coiled twice, so okay. I can do poison fang.
One. Poison Fang. Two. Um, it's super effective. It's not badly hurt. Laponi's HP is now 24 out of 117.
Wait, she's badly poisoned.
Yes. And now Snake's HP is 22. How will you proceed?
I what else do I got?
You also have. You could Poison Fang again.
Yeah, I'll do poison fang again.
Okay. Woohoo! You defeated the Lemoni. Your snake gained 122 experience points. Also, you dealt a critical hit with Poison Fang, and you dealt 96, or you dealt 120 damage in one hit. Anyway,
Wow.
so now Brooklyn sent out a new Pokemon, a level 45, Okalegon. So it's your turn. What will your snake do? You can attack, switch Pokemon, use item, or run.
Items do I have?
You don't have any items at the moment.
Oh shoot! I will coil again.
Coil. Snake's HP is now 11.
Okay, what is my attack and all that stuff?
I can't see that. I don't have that as an option. I probably should add that though.
Darn.
I'm
Should
sorry.
have.
So what would you like to do?
Okay. Poison fang again.
One, two. Your snake has fainted. Oh no. But the guy has been badly poisoned. And then it used Leaf Blade. It's not very effective. Leaf Blade dealt 22 damage. Snake's HP is now negative 11. Snake has fainted. The guy gained experience points. Now you get to choose a new Pokemon. You either have Blaze, which is the Hissier, or Mountie, which is the horse that you just got. Who would you like to send out?
What's the Pokemon that's out right now?
It's currently a grass water Pokemon. It's the kelp looking seahorse.
I'm gonna send out my
Okay.
ice Pokemon. The
Oh,
horse.
okay, hold on. So that you sent out the horse, but now Brooklyn gets to go first because their level 45 guy is faster. But because it was so badly hurt by the poison, it actually died from the poison. So it looks like you won. All your people have been fully healed, and you got the Afros badge. Congratulations.
Really? Is there a way to see, like, in real time the battle going on?
Yeah.
Because
Oh, I could share my screen. I can do that for next time.
yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Because I kind of did not understand what was going on.
I will send or I'll submit the video and stuff for you guys to see as well. That way you can
All right.
see all the awesomeness. But congratulations, you win.
I hugged my
Yay.
Pokemon. Said
Yeah.
you guys did well.
Oh. Okay, Jadyn, it's your turn. Would you like to battle?
Alright, cool. Yes, I'd like to.
Okay, battle. Rose against Brooklyn. Okay, hey there. Ready for a quick battle? Rose sends out Anastasia. What will your level 30 Anastasia do?
Okay, let me check her moves real quick. I'll use
There's Psychic, Shadow Ball,
Daz.
Dazzling
Oh
Gleam, or
yeah,
Swift.
I'll use Dazzling Gleam first.
Heard. Oh, so Dazzling Gleam dealt 14 damage, and then the Lamuni used Moonblast, and then it actually dealt 79 damage, so Anastasia actually fainted from that.
Oh wow.
Um, so you now have Space Kitty or your Rancher horse to cast
I'll
attack.
use Kitty, I guess.
Use Kitty. Okay.
I forget what typing she has. She has like water,
Uh huh.
full water types. Okay, cool.
So Rose's turn. What will Kitty, your level 25 Monstera, do? Attack, switch
Oh,
Pokemon, use item, run.
I'll make him use Giga Drain.
Giga Drain 2. Um, Giga Drain is super effective. It was also a critical hit. Kitty healed by 44 HP. Its HP is capped at 75, so it's 75. It dealt 132 damage. Oh, but the other guy used Moonblast, which is super effective, which then dealt 57 damage, negative 57 damage. No, dealt 132 damage to Kitty, and Kitty's HP is now negative 57, so Kitty has fainted.
All of them are fated, dear.
Yeah, so
um.
now you have Space and Rancher.
Okay. Shoot. I'll go with Rancher. I think. Yeah.
Rancher, okay. It didn't even get to do an attack. Rancher. So Brooklyn goes first because their guy is faster, and then it dealt 103 damage. So Rancher's HP is now negative 57. Rancher has fainted. You only have space. So I'm sending out
Okay.
space.
Yeah.
Oh, and then okay, hold on. Now this happened. So you sent out space, but then um, Brooklyn still goes first because the Limoni is fast. It's a critical hit. Space's HP is now 59. What will you do?
I don't know his moves. Oh dear.
So you
Um.
have Sunsteel, Strike, Future Sight, Cosmic Rejuvenation, and Plasma Pulse.
Okay. Let's see if can I check those. I think I can on the website.
Some of these are made up ones.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Here, I will copy it. Copy. Here, Jadyn,
Yeah.
they are on. They are on
Okay.
your
Okay.
screen.
Man, I did not think my Pokemon would be taken down so quickly. That's crazy. But let me see. I'll do Sunsteel Strike.
Okay. Um. So 27 damage. Space's HP is now 41. What will you do?
In what does cosmic rejuvenation do?
Cosmic
Okay, I'll use
rejuvenation.
that.
Okay, Space's HP is now 70. Now what will you do?
Plasma pulse.
Plasma pulse. I don't know why, but my game just got killed. Okay, Limoni is paralyzed. Space's HP is now 52, but then it just says choose an action killed. So that kind of sounds like a bug to me. So I'm gonna say the magic gods of whatever caused Limoni to not be able to wake up from being paralyzed, and then they fainted. So now it's just gonna. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what to do in this situation. I've never had a crash like this before. Here, hold on. Let me see what happens if.
The darn Loonies, that darn Pokemon,
I
I
know, right?
guess.
Here, let's. Game. Oh, then Kitty. Then Tack. Then Shadow Mole. Then Rancher. And then Space. And then Deuce. And then Deuce. And Deuce. Then his rejuvenation. And Dish. And then Dish.
So are we just moving on to like the next Pokemon of hers, or?
Okay, yes. So, Limoni's HP is now 9, and is paralyzed and cannot move. So, it's your turn. What will you cause not do?
I'll make it use Plasma Pulse again.
Plasma Pulse again. Limoni has fainted. You're doing great. Now she sent out her next Pokemon. Uh, your turn. What will you do?
Okay. Which Pokemon is this one?
It's still Space.
No, I meant hers.
It's the green water guy.
Oh, is it that shrimp looking one?
No,
No.
it's this this. I can't I copy it?
Or is it the coral? Oh wait, no.
It's the one that looks like a thingy, a seahorse.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, it won't let me copy it.
Okay. I think I'm on the same slide as you, so okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll use Plasma Pulse on him.
Plasma pulse. Okay, choose an action. Plasma pulse. He's paralyzed and cannot move. Your turn.
Just for safety, I'm gonna make them heal up again and use Cosmic Rejuvenation. If that's how you say it
Yes.
right.
Your HP is now 75. What will you do?
And use another Plasma Pulse.
Plasma pulse. Space's HP is now 55. What will you do?
Um, Make me use another Plasma Pulse, I guess. I'm just spamming Plasma Pulse.
Plasma pulse. It dealt 17 damage. Paralyzed and cannot move. Now it's your turn. What will you do?
Okay. How much HP do they still have?
62.
Oh, okay. I'll just use Plasma Pulse again.
You're gonna run out of PPs.
I know.
Now its HP is 45.
I'll use Sunsteel Strike, I guess.
it is 32, and it's your turn.
Okay. Um.
You still have
uh,
4 PPs for Plasma Pulse, by the way.
Okay, I'll use one of those. Sunsteel and Plasma are like my attack moves, so.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now the Pokemon is at 15 HP. What will Space do?
I'll make him use one more Plasma Pulse. Kill him, I guess.
Yay! Space gained 128 experience points. Uh,
Huzzah.
you got the Afros badge. Congratulations.
Thank you. That was
Woohoo!
a lot more struggle than I originally thought it would be.
Yeah, but you did it.
Yep.
You both did it. You both got Afros badges.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Guess I'll keep it in my pocket since I got nowhere else to
Well, you have a backpack.
store it.
It's not like I gave you guys backpacks for a reason or whatever.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Okay, so Rose has an Afros badge, and Hector has an Afros badge. Yay! Congratulations,
Yeah.
guys. You did it. Okay, are you guys done? Or are you still wanting to play more?
I mean, I have a lot of spare time.
Are you done,
I
Tyler?
am teetering on the edge of sleep right now.
Petering on the edge of sleep. I've never heard anybody say petering on the edge of sleep. So I guess we will shut it down for tonight, and then we can always play again at some other time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
was this better than it has been? Like, do you like the program that, like, it actually does all the math and stuff for us? Or do you prefer
Yeah.
doing all the dice rolls?
It's
I
certainly
mean,
made things like faster.
What do you
I
think,
know it
Tyler?
makes things faster, but I kind of like doing the dice rolls
Yeah.
more.
What if we, like, kind of combined the two ideas and did it so that instead of having the accuracy be tracked via just happenstance, we get it so that it is tracked instead by a dice roll. So, like, if you get so many successes, then you make a successful attack, and if not, then you don't make a successful attack. Or would that be obnoxious? So, like, we can make um, we can make character sheets for the Pokemon themselves.
Um,
Or do you not like that
that's
idea?
actually
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so
Um,
you like that idea?
yeah.
Awesome sauce. Okay, so I guess we will be done for tonight. Thank you guys so much for playing.
Yeah.
Um,
Of course.
I I am down to play whenever, and I'm also down to do the chat RP. So just let me know.
Mhm.
But thank you guys. I will talk to you all later.
Yeah, same here. Just
Bye.
whenever. Bye bye.
Have a good night.
Oh
Badonk.
yeah, and I put something in the little art thing.
Oh, it's the 15th, guys. No need to
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah.
Betty just hiding in the background, like being fearing for her life.
Yeah.
Okay, well, bye guys. Badonk.